Hey, best friends. I'm Claire.
I'm Yana.
Welcome to
My best friend's book club.
Just a Little Bit Sick Still edition.
Sorry. You might hear us cough.
Or our voices might sound a little weird, but...
Yeah, do you think your mom will think I still have a good podcast voice?
I guess we'll have to ask her.
Okay, let me know what you think, Mom. Should I keep it this way? It seems to be sticking around forever.
We could start a hotline.
Hell yeah.
1-800 Yana and Claire.
Yeah, but if we talk in our sexy voices, we could do one of those, like, the sexy hotlines.
That's what I meant.
Oh.
Of course that's what I meant. Why would we just start a hotline?
I don't know. We start a podcast.
Instead of wine, we have tea today. So it's pretty exciting.
You're getting a very sober podcast. We're making up for the last one.
We're really sorry about last week, but we are good book clubbers. We read the pages. We just couldn't talk. So this week, you're going to get the pages you were supposed to get last week, plus the pages this week. So summary's going to be a little bit longer, but we want to stay up to date because, I mean, I don't know about you at this point, but I want to get through this fucking book.
Totally. And honestly, I feel like we're not in our prime right now to do this podcast either, but we don't want to keep you guys waiting for more. Oh, yeah, no, you sound great too.
Thank you. I feel really great.
Yeah, no, I have no mucus.
No, I was thinking about in the last episode, I was like, no, I'm really interested to see what happens. And you were like, I'm so over her sleeping and doing drugs. And I mean, that's literally all the book is. And I'm just like, how, I don't know. I hope she just dies at the end or something. How is this? It just, what's going to happen? And I don't even care anymore.
I know.
I just want it to be over.
I know. I found myself having especially these last 50 pages. And I think more starts happening kind of now. But I found myself realizing that I was skimming the pages and then I'd have to go back and look and reread it. Because it was I don't know what I just read. I just stared at this page because I just don't care anymore. I get it. You're taking drugs. You're trying to hibernate. You can't really all the way.
Right.
And I'm just kind of tired of it.
I agree.
Let's get it done.
Get this shit done.
How is this year not over yet?
Speaking of which, Yana, we are reading
My Year of Rest and Relaxation
by
Otessa Moshfegh.
Great. All right, friends. Here we fucking go. Hang on to your butts because it's the same fucking shit as the last two episodes.
Hang on to your butts?
Kind of.
Is that a thing?
They say it in Morbid sometimes. Shout out. She's like, hang on to your butts. I just thought it was cute. Yana, give us a quick recap of where we left our characters.
Yeah. Our girl's taking drugs to try and sleep she has in every other recap that we've had to do.
She's still unnamed. So
she's still unnamed.
We're still calling her our hibernation girl.
Yep. And the section ends with Riva's mom dying. And our unnamed hibernation girl is on the train to what we suspect is the funeral. But we don't know yet. But she's a terrible friend. So wouldn't be surprised if it's not to the funeral. And she also doesn't really know that she's on the train.
Yeah.
Because she's all dragged up.
Okay. So jumping into this summary. So our girl, she's on the train, right? She wakes up. She's like, how did I get here? She stands up. She realizes she has to take a big shit. She leaves all her stuff, which I thought was weird. She takes her big shit. Cool. Somehow her shit is still there. And she gets off the train. And I guess it's also New Year's Eve, which is a really depressing day to have a funeral. Oh, no, they're Jewish, right? So you have to have the funeral within a certain amount of days. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Sorry, I don't mean to be disrespectful. Have your funeral on New Year's Eve. Anyway.
You do you.
We can't control when people pass, or can we?
Kleenex, if you're listening, sponsor us.
Yeah.
Also, Halls, sponsor us.
I literally have been using an entire roll of toilet paper instead of Kleenex at this point. So toilet paper sponsor us.
And also Ricola, sponsor us.
Perfect.
Throat coat tea, sponsor us.
Yeah.
And NyQuil also sponsor us.
Absolutely. You saved my life a couple times.
NyQuil did some weird shit for me.
I passed the fuck out. Okay, summary. So it's New Year's Eve. Riva comes to pick up our hibernation girl from the train station. and they head back to Riva's childhood house for this funeral, her mom's funeral. And like, as always, our hibernation girl is like, I need a rest.
Been working too hard.
So Riva's like, you can go sleep in my childhood bedroom. And she tries to, but the mattress is like really lumpy. And she's just hearing the family watching Law and Order upstairs. And she really can't sleep. So major bummer for her. So instead, she's like, I'm going to try to like feel something again. And what better way than to think about your dead father and how he died? Yep.
Makes sense.
I just feel like annoyed just going through this, honestly, but I'm fine. Yeah. Okay.
I'm getting more annoyed.
So then we get the joy of going back in time and learning about how the dad died. And we learn that after hearing that he's dying, she gets like a call, right? And they're like, your dad's dying. She goes home, not because she's very close with her dad, but to prove to her mother that she's the kind of person who shows up. So it's really like about proving something to her mom. She's a very likable character.
Yeah, no, she's great.
Yep, I really like her.
I hope I have a daughter like her one day.
And she's there, right, with her dad. He's bedridden. He's nearing the end, and the mom is just drinking and staying in her own bedroom and being kind of being an asshole, honestly. But then something odd happens, and the dad randomly becomes lucid, and he's like, hey, guys, I'm going to die this afternoon. And our hibernation girl, like, freaks the fuck out out of nowhere. She collapses and she begs him not to leave her alone with her mother. And she demands some big supernatural sign of the afterlife from him that he just can't leave her fully with the mom. It's weird. She really cries and begs him. Anyway, he responds by asking for his wife. And then he turns up his morphine. He's like, can't deal with this bitch. And then his final words were, I hope this was all worth it. It's really depressing, everyone.
I hope this book is worth it at the
I'm
end.
feeling depressed just talking about it again.
I'm feeling annoyed.
So now we're back in present day, and our hibernation girl is just not really feeling anything, even though she went to this dark memory. So she just like keeps on thinking about more death.
On reading.
The end. And she's thinking about her parents' funerals now. So she thinks about how the dad's was like a full production. And there's like so many people and speeches and programs and crying and people sharing all these stories about how much they loved her father. And then naturally her mom like hates this. And our girl tries to like hold her mom's hand at the dad's funeral, and she like swats her away, you know? And then she thinks about her mom's funeral, and her mom's was like really sad and small, and nobody showed up. So that's cool. Now we're back in the basement with our hibernation girl, and she's like, okay, this isn't gonna work. I can't cry or feel anything. So she gets up and showers. She notices she's just like a stick, you know?
She's just so skinny.
She's so skinny. She
probably lost a lot of muscle from laying down all the time.
She does say she's not like an attractive skinny. She's like just hasn't eaten or taken care of herself.
But she also still has a lot of confidence. She's like, I'm still a hot bitch.
Yeah, apparently she's really beautiful still. Anyway, she tries again to cry. And she starts thinking about like the saddest things, dead celebrities, genocide, Bambi, AIDS.
So just a crazy mix.
Yeah. And then she thinks about Dr. Tuttle, her crazy, like, I don't know if we could call her a psychiatrist, but that's what she is.
Call her a doctor at all.
That's true. And then suddenly she feels a tinge of real sadness thinking about what if Dr. Tuttle wasn't available to her. Which is weird, and I have it in discussion.
She's the keeper of the drugs.
Yeah, I don't know. She's so unlikable. Anyway.
No, but if you had a doctor like that who's just doing whatever you needed.
I guess, but like, if that's the thing that makes me cry, like, what the fuck's wrong with me?
I think our girl is very fucked up.
Yeah, obviously. So anyway, Riva comes to check on her, and she gives her some clothes to wear at the funeral, because I guess hibernation girl didn't come prepared to the funeral. And she wears some of Reva's dead mom's clothes. I don't know. It made me feel weird. Can you imagine going to someone's funeral wearing their clothes?
No, I mean, I can't
Like they're
imagine.
dead.
Well, I can't imagine a lot of things. I can't imagine showing up to anyone's funeral, especially at the house of the deceased, and being like, I need to take a nap.
I'm just so tired.
And on the way from the train station to the house, being like, hey, so I'm like really hungry and I need coffee.
Right. It's like all
you're
about
with
her.
It's always about her.
Yeah.
She's like so irritated with Reva being sad or like anything. It's all about her. And then I also felt uncomfortable with Reva just so easily being like, just wear something in my mom's.
Yeah.
Like, I think if that was my mom, I'd be like, it's too soon to even touch that stuff. Like,
I think she just desperately wanted her
Yes.
there at the funeral.
willing to do anything.
Yeah, she's willing to do anything just to make sure that she showed up, which is, I don't know, Reva, you should think about that fictional character. Anyway, so our hibernation girl gives Reva a necklace to, quote, condole her. I don't know.
Console her?
She says condole.
Oh,
Remember, she's like, to
forget that.
condole you.
Yes,
And she's
yeah.
like, I don't think
I
that's
do
what
remember
it
that now.
is. Anyway, so then they go to the funeral and our hibernation girl just like disassociates and she watches Reva give her eulogy and she kind of just like makes fun of Reva in her head.
Mhm.
I guess Reva's kind of like, I don't know. It's like it's a movie for her or something, the way she's giving her speech and she feels she's like fake crying and I don't know.
Our girl also lacks complete empathy.
Yeah.
Like, she's devoid of these feelings.
I didn't know how to take it. It was just fucking weird. So then Reva, she does her speech. She breaks down. She looks at Hibernation Girl. Hibernation Girl gives her a thumbs up, like, good job at your eulogy. I don't know. It's weird. Then our girl feels oddly responsible for Reva's suffering, and she starts to feel kind of sad about that. Then they go to the reception, and our hibernation girl decides that this friendship is like eventually over one day, and one day Reva's gonna realize that she is a really bad friend, and she gets kind of worked up about this in her brain, but she mostly doesn't care because she's an asshole still.
There's obviously still like a, if she leaves, then there's no one kind of.
I hope Reva leaves, but
I do too,
we'll
for her own
see.
freaking sake.
But anyway, the two drive back to the city in the mom's car, and then they go back into the apartment, our hibernation girl's apartment. They watch porn together, and they pop pills, and Reva drinks a bunch of wine.
Weird. They're just like watching porn together.
I was like, what? Like, would I just sit there and ever like watch porn with you?
Remember the
You know?
Weird Galaxy movie or whatever we accidentally.
Oh, yeah.
Or no, it was The Nun.
The Nun. I thought it was a scary movie, but
Yeah,
it was
like
not
a homemade version of The Nun, but in a porno. Except there was no actual like porn. Like, we didn't watch anything like
we
that.
just like saw weird stuff and we're like, we should shut this off because it feels like it could be porn.
Could have turned into porn at any second.
It really could have.
It really could have.
But that's what they do. They watch porn and she does drugs and Reva drinks the funeral wine. Really cool best friend activity. Yeah. It's just so fucking stupid. Do you want to go watch porn instead of this?
I would love to, actually, instead of this.
That's funny. So then midnight comes. Remember, it's New Year's Eve, and Reva gives her a kiss on the cheek and is like, Happy New Year. And our hibernation girl is like, you know, floating in whatever drug ether she's in. And then she finally like expresses true emotions and is like, hey, I'm really sorry your mom died. And I really actually do love you, Reva. And then she passes the fuck out. And that was pretty much the end of my portion. So
let me catch you up on mine, just so we can get this shit over with.
Get this shit over with.
Anyway, so she wakes up alone, but she's obviously still lived in her sleep again, like she's been doing. She's all like waxed and manicured, pedicured. She's finding evidence that she went out clubbing. She comes across a photo of some guy named Ping Ji.
You don't remember him?
No.
The artist from the beginning?
No, I already forgot about
He
him.
jizzed on the paintings.
Yeah, well, I mean, I learned they talk about that again. And sorry, but no, obviously I don't really give a shit about this book.
That's all right.
But
me either.
Anyway, it's stirs something up in her. And she's all like, must get rid of this photo. And she doesn't know like how she found him or how he found her, but they have this photo together at this club. And she's like, hey, I should probably stop taking this drug, the infirmeterol or whatever it's called. She's like, I should probably stop because it's actually getting in the way of my hibernation. And I'm doing all this like living that I don't want to be doing. So I want to just like be taking drugs that just keep me asleep in bed. She's also like puking pink glitter.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, she's puking pink. She's puking pink glitter. And she's also like she goes to pee and wipes. She's like, I seem to have been aroused recently.
I do remember that.
But she like
She's
doesn't
so
know.
weird.
She's so weird.
What does that even mean? Like, I have a vagina and I don't think I'm like, oh, like
this is giving 6 hours ago I was aroused.
Have, like, what? I don't know if that's real, but maybe that's my vagina. Go ahead.
But of course she doesn't remember. She's now doing a crazy, even crazier mix, I think, of drugs, trying to sleep. But at this point, the drugs are kind of doing the opposite and keeping her awake. And she is pulling all-nighter after all-nighter after all-nighter.
I figured the drugs she's just rested and it doesn't matter how many fucking drugs she does at this point, she's going to stay awake.
Yeah, no, she's like tired.
So well rested, like her body.
Yeah. And she's like saying that she feels tired, but it's like beyond sleep. Like she cannot go to sleep. She's just watching VHS tapes. And now she's calling Trevor, her ex, and
I hated
she's like, come look at my vagina.
Oh, yeah. She was like, I was sexually assaulted. Come look at my vagina for tears.
For tears. Yeah. And he hangs up on her.
Honestly fucking sucks.
I hate her so much. So then she's like calling him repeatedly. She's leaving crazy voicemails, giving totally sane person, until he finally answers her and admits he misses her, just like she wanted to hear him say. So around this time, we also learn about kind of where her obsession with Whoopi Goldberg came from.
Yes, I was satisfied by that.
I thought about you.
Like, thank God there's some answer.
So apparently it started with Star Trek. And
it all starts and ends there always.
I guess she just feels like Whoopi's entertaining because she doesn't really fit in to any production she's in, which makes our girl feel like the production then becomes a parody of itself, which is proof that nothing in life is actually sacred.
Yeah, it's actually really depressing and kind of insulting to Whoopi Goldberg.
I know. Whoopi, don't read this book.
I like Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, but I mean, this is like a lot of
It's
Whoopi.
like, it's so random.
So random.
Right? Like, by the way, I still think it's very well written. I'm just over
the story. Feels like the author is on these drugs and doing this like writing while she's supposed to be sleeping thing, because I'm like, what's happening? It's kind of
I honestly thought it would just get more interesting, but I don't know. Anyway, continue.
So anyway, now we find out Reva and her married Ken break up.
Yeah.
She's pregnant,
I think,
but like doesn't plan on keeping it. So she's like drinking, she's doing all the things. But Ken didn't like fire her from work. He's transferring her to the Twin Towers, which felt like a foreshadowing.
I agree.
Thing. I was like, oh, something's gonna like happen to Reva.
Yeah, I mean, our girl's watching VHS tapes, so I think
we're in the 2000 probably.
Yeah,
1999, 2000.
Obviously, the big event has not occurred.
Right?
Can I call it that? The thing?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So anyway, she's being transferred to the Twin Towers. She also finds out that her dad was actually cheating on her mom before her mom passed away, and Reva's a mess. But don't worry, we're back to our sleepy girl because it's all about her. She's once again calling Trevor all crazy. She's now threatening suicide if he doesn't come over, which I kept thinking about how we were like, is she suicidal?
She's not.
I think she's not suicidal. I stand by what I said before, where she's okay, though, if she dies.
Okay.
Anyway, so she does end up taking the meds after all, even though she said she wouldn't, and wakes up maybe a few days later with Trevor on top of her, finishing on her.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. He's so gross, too.
So gross. And then the section is also like goes into chapter 6, but we don't finish chapter 6 in this episode. But we're back with Dr. Tuttle.
Dr. T.
And we're like, hey, need more meds. Dr. Tuttle's like, oh, hey, let's just double the dose of what you're taking already. Like, I'm a doctor. Then she like learns that she now has to sell her parents' house that she was like renting out, but it's going to be like a better financial thing for her to just cut loose. And now that the tenant's leaving, and she's like just going to put that money in the stock market or whatever. And it ends with her coming home and finding a flower delivery from the artist Ping Shi.
I forgot about that too.
And
that's it.
That's it. Once I noticed that it was it, I was like, thank God, I really wanted to be done reading.
Me too. Honestly, I'm honestly really disappointed because I do like the writing. I feel like it's very clever. It's very well crafted. I just really thought the story would be more interesting. And like, I think there's a lot of deep things going on with our hibernation girl, but she's just become so incredibly unlikable that like, I don't care what happens to her.
Yeah.
And I don't really
think she
like
cares what happens to her.
And Reva's just been so like self-deprecating and
girl needs to grow a spine.
Yeah, that and I don't care about her either at this point because she's just annoyed me and has like no self-respect. And I don't know, we're just like following these two women and they both just kind of really suck.
I know, but our girl sucks the most.
She does suck the most.
I'm so over her like rudeness and her selfishness, and I'm really over just reading the same thing over and over and over again.
Me too. It's exhausting. Maybe that's the point. I don't know, but
like I feel like I need a year of rest and relaxation after this book.
I got really excited by the last episode when the drugs had her living life without her knowing. I was like, okay, this could be really interesting. This could go different ways. But I mean, it happened again, and I don't know. Like, Ping's gonna have some important role, or I don't know. I don't care.
I think Reva's gonna die.
I think Reva's gonna die in the like Twin Towers. Like that's what's gonna happen, right? It's like that whole attack.
Yeah.
And then like maybe that'll.
You think our girl's not gonna care about?
No, I think that's probably gonna be the pivotal moment that like puts life and things into perspective.
And she lives in Manhattan.
Yeah, I think she's gonna have some big revelation all of a sudden and maybe not be such a dick.
God, I hope.
I don't know.
So fucking annoying.
But
I mean, she's gonna lose her only friend.
I mean,
who's she gonna watch porn with?
Something that was like I thought was really weird is she's so off-putting and she doesn't want to be around people and she doesn't want to stimulate her brain in any way, right? She's so just like catatonic. But then there's this other piece of her and it's only with Trevor.
Yeah.
Where she's like desperately reaching out to this man. I don't even know if she likes him, to be honest.
She likes him.
But for some reason, he's like the lifeline. Like, why is she so adamant about him, but nobody and nothing else? Isn't that fucking weird?
That's a good point. I hadn't thought of that.
That's what made me think, like, you heard me complain about it before. Like, this better not be just a breakup book.
I could see it becoming that, though.
Maybe that is fucking it. She's just, like, weirdly obsessed with this shit man, and he's the only person that she wants. And that's the only reason
Tale as old as time.
True as it can be. I'm so little scared. Oh.
Either one prepare. Beauty and the Beast.
Like, I was like, I would much rather have Reva come and hang out.
Oh,
than, like,
100%. Come watch porn with me before I call Trevor.
Trevor's like, God, he's so vile, too. I don't know. I thought it was weird, but what did you think about the genuine moment where she falls asleep on New Year's Eve? She finally is like, sorry your mom died, Reva. And by the way, I do actually love you. Like, what the fuck was that?
I don't know if she's just, like, the way her brain is fighting the drugs and keeping her non-hibernating while she's all drugged up. I just wonder if, like, real life is coming out of her despite how hard she's trying to suppress it. Like, she doesn't want to love Reva. She doesn't want to love anyone.
Maybe she's not that big of an asshole then?
No, I think she's an absolute asshole, but I think she also deep down knows that without Reva, she has no one.
It's really sad.
Yeah.
She's a dick.
She's an absolute dick. I hate her so much. I really, really dislike her.
She has these these like really random extreme moments and I don't know what to make of them. Like the Trevor thing, like the thing we just talked about. And then this moment she talks about with her dad where she fucking loses her shit. She really
Probably bipolar too.
She really loses it. I wrote the quote down. She says, "Promise me that you'll send me a sign, a big sign, more than once, that you're still here, that there's life on the other side. Okay? Promise me you'll come through to me somehow. Give me a sign that I won't expect to see. Something I'll know you're watching over me. Something huge, okay? Please, do you promise?"
Yeah.
Like she fucking like loses her shit, but she doesn't have a good relationship with her dad. She never did. Her mom sucks. But then she has like another crazy explosive moment. I don't know. She has these weird explosive emotions and I don't know where to place them.
Yeah. I don't know. She's driving me crazy.
She's like manic sometimes.
She is manic, but she's on so many drugs.
Well,
You know,
yeah.
sometimes it's like if you're on the wrong medication, you become manic. Like the wrong antidepressant, a wrong anti-anxiety pill, you can become manic.
Yeah.
I mean, she's manic. She's like bipolar. She's crazy depressed.
She's so depressed. I'm like, girl, what's got you so sad?
I guess I'm still kind of confused of like, okay, does she think that when this year is over, she's like, I don't do drugs anymore. I'm going to like start showering and like just go back to getting a job and having a routine. And I'm like,
that's what I thought she was going to do. Or yeah.
I feel like this girl is so far past where she could just like pick herself up.
Yeah. She needs to like go to a rehabilitation center at this point. I mean, I'm not a professional,
but I do.
Just kidding. I'm not.
The way we talk though about, again, I don't think she's suicidal, but I do strongly feel like she is fine toying with suicide because like I feel like she keeps
did
taking
have that moment.
Yep, she had a moment she was worried she was like dying or not maybe worried.
It got so cold where she talked about how you go into hypothermia and you like fall asleep and you like go a little loopy.
Mm-hmm.
And she talked about like maybe I should just like go into the ocean.
Yeah.
And I'll get hypothermia and I'll like just pass out and die in the ocean.
And because hypothermia, she was like, is like a nice way to die.
It does sound nice.
Sorry,
I haven't slept in a long time.
She also had that moment though where it seemed like she was kind of on the verge of an overdose. Like
and she was like, I honestly thought maybe she was going to die.
I thought she was too. I thought she was going to end up in like a hospital situation or something, but like where someone finds her. But she did seem to like do an improper mix of some meds or like take too many. You know, she's just like doubling and tripling up where she feels like it. She's not really having food in her system most of the time. It seems like that's...
Yeah, when she lost her vision, it was like her body was like oddly shutting down.
Yeah. So that's where I'm like...
I was like, is this going to get interesting at last?
Finally gonna die.
But then she stood up and was like, I'm actually okay. I was like, all right, I guess
we're back to this.
We'll just keep doing drugs.
But that's why I'm like, it just feels like someone who really, really didn't want to die, I don't think would be mixing all these things and like just taking as many as you feel like that day. You know, you're over here not even taking 2 NyQuil.
I try not to take drugs.
I know, same. But like,
you know, it scares me how much drugs you take.
Right. You're taking half of the NyQuil dose. You're shocked I'm taking a full dose. This girl makes NyQuil look like Tic Tacs.
Oh, shit. Tic Tacs. Throwback. The orange ones.
Oh, those are candy. Those are delicious.
Do you think that she's like... I was thinking while I was reading these pages, I was like, is she actually just a bad person? Like, is there anything
I think she's
that makes
depressed.
her good? But like, even before she was in her current state of depression, like even growing up with her, you know, her parents and her mom, she's just, I don't know.
I mean,
and like the way she treats Reva, like her stuff with Trevor, I don't know, the way she thinks and looks and acts about other people, like I was like, is she maybe just kind of like a shit person?
I don't know. Listeners,
I wouldn't know what that's like because I'm really nice. Does anybody watch Fallout? And like even when she's like making fun of Reva for her like eulogy, like who the
I
fuck
know.
does
Who
that?
the fuck does that?
And then like even wearing her mom's clothes, and Reva was like, I don't really want to go in my mom's room. And she was like, Reva, I need clothes. Like, just go do it. That, I don't know, it just feels like
she's
a
terrible.
heartless, bad person. I don't know.
Awful. She's absolutely awful.
Do you like sympathize with her in any way?
No.
What about Reva?
I guess more than this other girl, but I'm starting to lose it for Reva too.
I feel like Reva's actually like going through a hard time. Like her mom died.
Yeah.
She found out her dad's she was cheating on the mom. That fucking sucks.
She's
her best friend's an asshole.
Baby.
Yeah. She's pregnant with a fair baby. I feel like she's genuinely like going through a hard time.
Yeah, but she's also making terrible choices. You know, she did have to have an affair with this married man.
But I feel like that's really the only bad choice. Well, I guess in her alcoholism, she's like really intensely alcoholic.
And trying to be friends with Reva, who's obviously not kind
to her. You
to
mean hibernation
Sorry.
girl?
Yeah, hibernation girl.
Yeah.
I just don't care about them.
Did you ever read any of like Chuck Palahniuk's early books like Fight Club?
No. I mean, I've watched Fight Club.
I was like thinking like, what's the benefit of authors having characters who are like so incredibly unlikable? Like, what's the point of it for the readers and the author? Like, what's the point? I don't know. It's weird because I really like Chuck Palahniuk's books, and I agree. I didn't care about any of them. Like, if they died at the end, I was like, well, they kind of sucked anyway. But I still really like the story. But with this,
it's just too repetitive. It's just the same thing over and over again. Repetitive. Like, I'm just tired of it. I'm even tired talking about it.
I just really thought, I don't know, it was going to be more interesting. And remember what did we see that like maybe Margot Robbie might be making a movie out of this book?
Did I see that?
Didn't we read that somewhere?
Probably.
I keep thinking about that as I'm reading it. And I'm like, I think it honestly would be a better movie than a book. This is
God, I hope they change it up still a little bit.
What the hell's going to even happen?
Just watch someone take pills.
Yeah, but then like when they're awake and cognizant, I feel like it'd be more interesting.
Well, yeah, because we get to, right now we're just like reading her waking up and discovering all these things she did in her hibernation. But in a movie, you'd get to like see her do it.
What the fuck is up with Ping?
I don't care.
I kind of care.
I just don't care.
Just because I thought he was a joke this whole time with the Jizz paintings and the taxidermy animals. And it's weird that he's like resurfaced in the book and is like in love with her all of a sudden.
Well, she's still also got like a lot of sexuality happening.
Oh, I guess with Trevor and sexting.
She's masturbating.
Oh, that's right. She did masturbate.
Yeah, there's stuff happening.
She's like suppressing everything about her. I don't know. I don't know if I care. Whatever.
I don't care.
What is there, like 30 pages left?
I was trying to find that actually, but I think
the next episode's the end.
The next episode is the end, yeah.
Yes. I'm sorry Oprah's book club couldn't put this down. I'm not sure I agree with you.
I don't know how many it is because it just says 2:34 to end.
Okay, so I think it was like 3:30. Anyway, Yana, what's your food rating for these? Actually, give me an appetizer and a dish since we did 2 parts.
In honor of my dog Augie.
Whose birthday is today?
Who today
Happy
turned
birthday.
5 years old. Happy birthday, my baby boy. Oh. Anyway, in honor of his special day, and because I love him so very much, my appetizer food rating is his little toe beans.
You're going to eat his toe beans?
I just want to nibble on the toe beans and the smell of the Fritos. They're delicious.
Ew.
Okay. And then my main dish.
Feels like it's an enjoyable read.
I just want to honor him on his special day.
Okay. So it has nothing to do with the book. Okay, please continue.
And for the main course, just a little like chunk right on his thigh, between the thigh and the tail. And I just want to like sear it in some like garlic and some lemon zest.
Yeah, we're eating our dogs now.
They're eating the cats.
They're eating the dogs.
I am an immigrant. He's just so delicious, and I'm having cute aggression, and sometimes I want to bite him.
Yeah, there's a real word for that. I forget what it is.
Cute aggression.
People want to do that to babies too, like
Yeah.
their fat legs and stuff.
Sometimes I do want to bite through a baby.
Well, it's a food.
It's a baby thigh.
It's all cannibalism this episode. Let's talk about
he's
something
so
interesting.
Anyway, happy birthday, baby. We've done a lot of fun dog things today to celebrate
did.
his little day.
We did a lot.
Claire, what's your food rating? It better be one of Augie's body parts.
Oh wow. It's not. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I
no.
don't want to eat your dog.
Can't relate.
I feel like my appetizer would be like, you know, when you're really excited for mozzarella sticks,
Yeah.
and then it shows up and it's like the grossest fucking mozzarella stick, and it's like kind of cold still.
Yeah.
And like the marinara sauce is like really gross too and cold, but you're like, it's a mozzarella stick, so like I guess I'll eat it.
Yeah.
That's
actually
all right.
really good. That's a really good one.
Like I had to do it.
I think
you
that might
know?
be your most like accurate food rating so far.
Thank you. I guess for my main dish, it would kind of be a similar sentiment, you know, where like, let's say you really order a big juicy sandwich and then it comes with a bunch of mayonnaise and you hate mayonnaise and you were like, no, I don't want it. But you're starving. So then you take off like a bunch of ingredients in the bread so that you can still eat it anyway. And then you do. And that's it. And that's how you feel unsatisfied and like you didn't get what you paid for.
Yeah. That's rough.
You didn't get what you paid for.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what Oprah was smoking.
Oh my gosh. Oprah's probably got good stuff.
Probably. What are you reading? What's your sexy side piece?
Okay, I have an announcement.
Oh.
Okay. I've given up. I gave up on the series, the romantasy.
Okay.
I was reading Of Blood and Ash,
Mhm.
that whole series. I literally, like, I put that third book down. I'm like 500 pages in, which is why I wanted to finish it because, like, that's 500 pages. But it still has another like 400. And I was
No.
like, you know what?
No.
I really hate this experience. I complain about it all the time. I don't enjoy reading it. And it's making me, between this book and that book, like, I'm like, I hate reading, which is not true. I obviously love reading, but I hate reading right now because I don't like anything. So I've given up. I'm not going to finish it. However, I am going to Google the ending because I simply must know. I invested, I was thinking about this in the shower. I read the first 2 books plus the 500 pages in the third book. I've read, and they're all like, let's be conservative and say 600 pages. I think some of them are like 700 or 800. Like I've read almost 2,000 pages of the story and I fucking hate it. So like I was pushing myself because I invested, but now I'm like, Claire, no more. So I don't have a sexy side piece right now because I'm mad at reading.
Okay.
What's yours?
Well, mine is still The Woman by Kristen Hanna.
Oh, that had really good ratings.
It had incredible ratings. Unfortunately, I have not yet started it because I've been sick for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And
It's been hard
we were
to
traveling
read.
before that. And I just can't, I couldn't focus. And it's like, it's like a legit book.
Yeah.
It's
your
not like a
brain.
just dumb kind of side read. It's like, I have to focus. I have to really get to know the characters. It is long AF though.
How long?
And I think like 500, 400 something, almost 500 pages.
Yeah.
And I am worried about my book club coming up.
Oh, wow.
and
You haven't even
finishing all of
started
it.
Oh, gosh.
So as soon as my head heals from this godforsaken cold, I need to like hunker down and just read. I mean, it has such amazing reviews. I feel like once I get into it, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
But right now, I could barely focus on TV, let alone, it was hard to read this. Like, it was just hard.
Same. My brain
So.
is too sick to process everything properly.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even watch new movies.
No.
Like, my brain couldn't take in new
Mm-mm.
information. I had the flu, everyone. Okay. So I'm not just like a little bitch. I had a fever of like 103 for like 3 days. So I'm not a little bitch.
Well, you're still a little bitch.
I am. But
Yeah.
we talked about it a bit in our last episode, kind of my little sick announcement, but we do have another author coming on the pod. So stay tuned for more on that. We're kind of just getting everything situated. So don't want to share anything too early yet. But stay tuned because there will be more on that. I know, really great announcement. You're welcome. And we're still trying to grow the pod. So follow us on your favorite podcast streaming platform and hit that 5-star. Like, we finally get to find out our hibernation girl's name. Actually, I don't care.
That 5-star, like it's
just hit that 5-star because, like,
don't care.
Be a good person, okay?
All right, fine. Be a good person.
Thank you.
The world's full of bad ones, so be a good one.
And like, I know I said I hate reading right now, but I really do love to read. So remember,
keep on reading.
You're welcome. Merry Crease.
Merry Crease.